And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with the Carolina Panthers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10.
15.
The first carry for the rookie, it's Darius Geis. And he takes this for 3 to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Smith. And right away, he lost the football. And the Panthers have recovered. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Back to throw, Newton. Flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Zach Brown in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. 3rd and long, it's Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
15.
They run it here with Thompson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, it's Smith. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
There's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Smith to throw again. And he's got room. Even after more than a decade in the league, Smith's still one to account for with his legs as he picks up a first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Smith on first down. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Smith. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Luke Kuechly coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Third and long, it's Smith. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. You add in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it. And now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Here we go. Do something.
Out of the gun, Newton. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Here we go, fellas.
On first down, it's Newton. And that's incomplete. It was DJ Swearinger right there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there, Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. 2nd and 10, Newton again. Eluding the pressure right. And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. McCaffrey following the penalty. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. And Gano's kick is right through. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
15.
On 1st and 10, Smith. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, and that's caught inside the 30. And down to the 15. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. And even 60 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Thompson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Chris Thompson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins have tied it here. The extra point to come can put him in the driver's seat. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. To throw on second down is Newton. And this will be incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Panthers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Newton now to throw. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Ryan Kerrigan coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Back deep for the Redskins, Jamison Crowder. And taken right on the 30. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shaq Thompson in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Here's Smith. Over the middle, complete. It's Thompson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pick up there, 20 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
To throw on second down is Smith. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. And this will be a dump off for Kelly. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he takes it in. Washington. Rob Kelly, his second touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Newton to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they...
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now it's Crowder. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. Smith and the Redskins will come up now, 1st and 10.
Hey, back up, back up, back up, back up.
Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Right. Yellow. Good list. Orange. Regular. Let's go. 15.
Throwing is Smith. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Richardson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Liz. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
35. No, right. Yellow. 15, 15.
Smith. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So on fourth down, the Redskins will call on Tressway to punt it away. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Always got some breathing room. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Oh, my Cam. There's times when I'm not analyzing up here. I'm just appreciating. Led NFL quarterbacks in rushing last year. He is truly the ultimate weapon at that position.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Newton. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
After the interception, here's Smith. On the catch, it's Crowder. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, here's Smith. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
12. Set. Line, 80.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Hey, back up. Liz. Hey, slot. 15.
On 3rd down, it's Thompson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So we've reached halftime here in D.C. in our nation's capital with a home team, the Redskins, on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. C.J. Anderson in the game. He gets it here. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
And Olsen over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Throwing is Newton, being chased out left. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. And look like some movement there. Let's get the call. And that'll set them back 5. Boy, they had it at the 1. The false start moves it to the 6 now for 1st and goal. After the run, Newton going to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. He's going to get it running right. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers have tied this game up. They can take the lead with the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So now We look at the Redskins getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Smith and the Redskins will come up now, 1st and 10. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Smith. And this one complete to Reed. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Smith. Room to run past midfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On the handoff, it's Geis. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Smith. This one caught by Crowder. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a Redskin 1st down as Smith hits Crowder. On 1st down, Smith. And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. And he's taken down inside the 30. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Smith will bring his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Back to throw, Smith. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Thomas Davis in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. A shotgun snap for Smith. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Out of the gun, Smith. And he finds the tight end, Reed. The left tackle, Trent Williams, guilty there. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Operating from the gun, Smith. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Redskins on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever.
On. Hey, you're on an island over there. With Liz. Orange.
Smith from the gun, he'll throw. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Well, that's just simply not right. To make that kind of a catch, that spectacular, and not get a 1st down out of it.
I guess he could put it on his personal highlight reel, however.
Yeah, he'll get the catch, he'll get the yardage, but he doesn't get what he really wants.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Back now at FedEx Field. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
Here we go.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right. Hasn't been a banner game here in the 2nd half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Newton now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to do with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like he said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Smith now to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Back to the air. Smith on second down. Josh Dotson's got it complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Now Smith. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Thomas Davis in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Carolina getting set to take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
From the end zone, Newton dancing to his left. Oh, and that Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And I think the offense is going to keep possession. Yes, they are. But they're backed up now at their own 2-yard line. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
On second down, McCaffrey. And some room to work. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Okay, every now and then, my defensive bias will leak out here. Abysmal play for them. You've got them backed up. And you let them out.
Couldn't take advantage. And you know who's happy? The punter. Because if he was needed, they gave him a lot of space to work with now.
Yeah, because he would have had a lot to think about, right? Step over the back line and give him a safety. Now he's got room if he needed it.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Matt Ioannidis able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. Third and long, it's Newton. Buying time to his left. And this is caught. He hits more. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big 30-yard play on third. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Stacy McGee able to drop him for a loss of a couple. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
Hey. Do something. Gun.
From the gun, here's Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 23, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They start on the ground with Geis. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
The Redskins on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Hey, back up.
Smith now to throw. Open man, it's Vernon Davis. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Let's go. Gun. Set. Line 80. Hey, back up. Slot.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it's Smith. Ducks him with a grab over the middle. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. The Redskins on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Smith. Off to Geis on the screen. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, back up, back up, back up, back up. Hey, back up, back up, back up, back up. Hey, back up, back up, back up, back up.
Back to the ground game now with Geis. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. So it was a golden chance to go ahead here in the final moments, but he misses for a 2nd time in this game.
Brandon, either one of those go, and they might be on their way to a victory. Instead, they're going to have to hold on here defensively just to force overtime.
Newton. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Newton to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way down to the 29. A huge play there in overtime. 43 yards. Well, in overtime, I think coaches always wondering, where's that magic line for my kicker? They're already in field goal range after that big play.
I'm glad you brought that up because that magic line can change throughout the game. It's constantly being updated by teams. It starts with pregame. Okay, how do you feel? As the game goes on, they might ask him again, still feel that same number? Is it a different number? Right hash, left hash, what do you need? And that goes into the play calling in OT.
It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. And some space here. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. From the red zone now, Smith. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Smith now throwing again. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, here's Smith. Oh, he almost had it. Would have been a big interception here in OT. Instead, it'll give him another shot on 3rd down. And now 3rd and very long. Are you cautious here?
I think you have to be, because the first mantra of any football game is don't lose it. Then you give yourself a chance to win it. And if you go ahead and force something now, take a big shot that doesn't pay off, you didn't help your defense out at all.
Yeah, especially here in overtime. 3rd and long, it's Smith. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And this is going to miss left. I don't think it even got there either. It's no good either way. And that changes everything here in OT. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
20.
First throw in overtime for Newton. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Coaches love the rack run after catch, especially here in overtime. Took the short pass, turned it into a big play.
And that's what coaches talk about when they talk to their teams about what overtime means. How many big plays have to be made in order to win a ball game, and which play will be the big play. Short pass turned into a long run. Maybe that's the play that they needed to spring a victory.
The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage you gain there is really kind of gravy. And this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
second down. Here's Newton. Flushed out right. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime. A little whipped cream on top.
Look at you. Tried to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Panthers, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.